Did you know that the current King of Denmark, Frederik X, met his wife at a pub during the Olympics? It sounds like something out of a fairy tale, doesn't it? But this is no fictional story. It's the real-life romance that captured hearts around the globe. In today's video, we'll talk about the extraordinary circumstances that brought together a Danish prince and an Australian commoner, and how their chance meeting blossomed into a love that would shape the future of the Danish monarchy. Who is Crown Prince Frederik X of Denmark? Before we talk about the love story, it's important for you to know who Frederik X is. Born on May 26, 1968, in Copenhagen, Denmark, Frederik is the eldest son of Queen Margrethe II and Prince Henrik of Denmark. His education reflects both his royal status and his pursuit of personal growth. He completed his secondary education at Beauregard Gymnasium in 1986 and went on to earn a master's degree in political science from Aarhus University in 1995, including a year at Harvard University under the pseudonym Frederik Henriksen. This academic background, combined with his extensive military training across all branches of the Danish armed forces, has shaped Frederik into a well-rounded leader. Before meeting Mary Donaldson, Frederik was known for his adventurous spirit, which he still is. He was also known for being a sportsman, attending concerts and football matches. It was his love for sports that led him to the Olympics, where he met his love, the fateful meeting at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. The 2000 Sydney Olympics was a significant global event that brought together athletes and spectators from around the world. Naturally, Crown Prince Frederik felt an urge to witness the biggest sporting event in the world. Amidst this backdrop of international celebration and competition, Crown Prince Frederik and Mary Donaldson's paths crossed in a way that would change their lives forever. It was at the Slip-In Bar in Sydney where the meeting took place. The bar was bustling with international guests due to the Olympics. Frederik, who was in Australia to support Denmark's Olympic sailing team, introduced himself to Mary Donaldson simply as Fred, keeping his royal status under wraps. Mary, unaware of Frederik's true identity, engaged in conversation with him, forming an immediate connection. It was only later in the evening that Mary learned of Frederik's royal status, adding an element of surprise and perhaps a touch of fairy tale to their encounter. This initial meeting, whether by chance or, as some suggest, at an exclusive private dinner party attended by visiting royals, marked the beginning of a significant relationship. But who is this Mary Donaldson? This leads us to reveal the pre-royalty life of Mary Donaldson. Mary Elizabeth Donaldson, born on February 5, 1972, in Hobart, Australia, came from a very different background. The youngest child of John Donaldson and Henrietta Horne, Mary's early life was marked by academic achievement and professional success. After completing her education, including a bachelor's degree in commerce and law from the University of Tasmania in 1994, Mary embarked on a career in advertising and marketing. Her professional journey took her from Melbourne to Edinburgh and finally to Sydney, where she transitioned into luxury real estate. However, little did she know that a chance encounter during the 2000 Sydney Olympics would dramatically alter the course of her life. Start of a long-distance relationship, the meeting at the Sydney Olympics had a profound impact on both Frederik and Mary's lives. Following their initial encounter, they maintained a long-distance relationship, with Frederik making secret trips to Australia. This period of getting to know each other away from the public eye allowed their relationship to develop naturally, despite the challenges of distance and their different backgrounds. Their relationship remained private for over a year until it was revealed by a Danish tabloid in 2001. This revelation marked the beginning of Mary's transition from a private citizen to a public figure, a journey that would culminate in her becoming the Crown Princess of Denmark. The unique context of their meeting at a global sporting event like the Olympics may have contributed to the strength of their initial connection. The memorable and impactful nature of their encounter at such a notable event likely set a strong foundation for their relationship. Their relationship started to blossom, and in 2003, during a holiday in Rome, Crown Prince Frederik proposed to Mary Donaldson. Rome was carefully chosen by Frederik, who had meticulously planned the proposal to ensure they were alone and had an engagement ring ready. The choice of Rome as the proposal location added an element of romance and international flair to their love story. Later, in his biography, Prince Frederik wrote that he had decided to propose in Rome and had organized an engagement ring for the occasion. He described the moment as perfect, emphasizing the traditional gesture of going down on one knee. During the proposal, he humorously insisted that Mary could not say no, to which she agreed, marking a beautiful and happy moment for the couple. It's worth noting that a fictionalized account of the proposal was depicted in the telemovie Mary, the Making of a Princess, which aired on Channel 10. This version presented an alternative scenario where Prince Frederik proposed by the side of a Tasmanian highway after Mary became ill and asked the driver to pull over. However, this account is acknowledged as a creative interpretation rather than a factual recounting of events. Anyway, back to the story. The official engagement announcement took place on October 8, 2003, at a press conference held at Amalienborg Palace in Copenhagen, Denmark. This event marked the formal acknowledgement of their relationship and future marriage plans to the public and media. And on May 14, 2004, 4 years after their first meeting, Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark married Mary Donaldson. The wedding ceremony took place at Copenhagen Cathedral, also known as Vor Frue Kirke, in Copenhagen, Denmark. This historic venue is a significant location for royal events in Denmark. Mary Donaldson wore a stunning wedding gown designed by Danish designer Uffe Frank. The dress was made of ivory Duchess satin and featured a scoop neckline, long sleeves, and a fitted bodice that flowed into a full skirt with a 6-meter train. The gown was complemented by a veil made of Irish lace, which was originally worn by Crown Prince Frederik's grandmother, Queen Ingrid, at her wedding in 1935. Mary also wore a tiara given to her by Queen Margrethe and Prince Henrik as a wedding gift. Her bouquet included a sprig of myrtle, a tradition brought into the Danish royal family by the Swedish-born Queen Ingrid, and Australian eucalyptus, nodding to her heritage. On the other hand, our Crown Prince Frederik wore a traditional Danish military uniform, which is customary for royal weddings. His attire included a red jacket with gold epaulets, white trousers, and a blue sash, reflecting his rank and service in the Danish military. The wedding was a grand affair celebrated with much public enthusiasm. The streets of Copenhagen were lined with well-wishers, and large screens were set up in public squares for people to watch the ceremony live. The event was also broadcast on television, allowing millions of viewers worldwide to partake in the celebrations. The wedding festivities included a carriage procession through the streets of Copenhagen, a tradition in royal weddings, allowing the public to celebrate with the newlyweds. The celebrations continued with a gala dinner and fireworks, showcasing the grandeur and joy of the occasion. After marriage, Mary Donaldson became Crown Princess Mary of Denmark. During their time as Crown Prince and Princess, Frederik and Mary took on significant roles in representing Denmark both domestically and internationally. They used to attend state dinners, welcomed foreign dignitaries, and participated in official state visits to foster international relations. They maintained a visible presence through national celebrations, cultural events, and ceremonies to connect with the Danish public. They also served as patrons for various charities and launched initiatives addressing societal issues. Notably, Mary founded the Mary Foundation in 2007, focusing on preventing social isolation by addressing bullying, domestic violence, and loneliness. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you find our channel interesting, then subscribe to it. Thank you. See you in the next video.